Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah. It's off the cuff, 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 yeah. It's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, yeah.
This is God ordained, get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention, and it's God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this bonus. Ooh, that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor-made.
Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah.
What's up? Welcome to Off the Cuff, also known as OTC University. Let me welcome those of you listening to the show for the first time. I'm Bobby, and the crew is back in the house with me tonight. Go ahead and say hello. What's up, Eric?
What's up, good people?
Yeah, little Chad.
Shut up.
Man, this weekend was a busy weekend, fellas. We've been doing a lot going on, man. A lot going on.
Yeah,
Go
man,
ahead,
I enjoyed the community day on Saturday.
Yes.
Up at Spirit of Faith Church.
Spirit of Faith.
We had the opportunity to sit
Can we
down.
say that one more time? Spirit of faith.
Spirit of faith.
Spirit of faith.
A different experience.
A different experience
Of faith.
Of faith.
We had the opportunity to sit down and talk with a lot of people, share the show with them, talk to some young people too.
Yeah.
You know, Bobby had a chance to school some of them young listeners, them young girls over there. Man.
Well, man, all I can say is, well, man. Because some of them sisters, man, that we saw, they got to hold it together, brother.
Yeah, man.
They got some 17 and 16-year-olds that's let's just say, working it out.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they need to slow their roll.
Yeah.
They need to slow their roll, man. So I was able to pull them to the side and kind of give them a little bit of that Jesus talk.
Yeah.
You know what I
we
mean?
got in their business, you know, and to share some
You
things
should have
with
pulled
them.
Kool-Aid to the side. You remember Kool-Aid?
I remember
She was walking around out
Kool-Aid.
there?
Yes, sir.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink lemonade
Pink
flavor.
lemonade flavor Kool-Aid. Yes.
You remember back in the day, that commercial?
Yeah.
Hey, Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah.
She was out there.
Yeah.
She was out there. Her pink was even sideways.
Yeah.
I mean,
She was a crooked Kool-Aid picture.
yeah, her pink was sideways,
You're
man.
wrong, man.
It was big though. It was
Y'all
big.
wrong.
It was
Y'all
big
wrong.
though, man. But the pink was
I'm just
sideways.
saying,
You know you big when your peak is like sideways.
When it shifts
Right.
and your weight is unbalanced.
Yeah.
But
But
she knew that for you. Don't draw attention to that.
Yeah,
You know
don't.
better than that.
But we had a good time. Hey, it was packed out there. You know, they had a lot of things going on. So we appreciate everybody that came and showed us love.
Yeah.
And even those who may be listening to the show right now,
For real.
that out there, hey, welcome to the show.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
I want to talk to Christina Aguilera. Yeah, she know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, she know.
She came by the booth talking noise about Spirit of Faith. Well, you know, she said she wasn't gonna be in church this week, but she'll be back next week. I'm about to come through and holler at old
Yeah,
girl
she
right
said,
there.
"You come
yeah,
through
I'm
right
about to
there."
come through and holler at her there. Because she was what they call them, glamorous, glorious girls or something like that. God's glorious.
Yeah.
You know, she was just real off the hook. You know, so I need to bring her right up real quick. You know,
And then bring her down.
yeah, and bring her right on down.
Little reality check right
Anyway,
there.
I'm not gonna bother.
now check this out, y'all. Make sure you check out the website this week. And you will have an opportunity to see some pictures from the Community Day show that we're going to have up, all right? So make sure you check out the website. Continue to check it out because those are going to be going up, all right?
Yeah, sounds
That's
like
what's
a winner,
up.
sound
You know,
like
we had a
winner.
good time. We had a good time.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
let's talk about that cat that was in Ohio, the little young dude.
Oh.
Who was in the top 100.
Wow.
You know, on ESPN's top 100 as far as basketball players that was coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? He had Michigan State looking at him. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Xavier.
Xavier.
You know, he was getting ready to go do something. You know what I'm saying? But that cat just got 3 years for some craziness that he did with his girlfriend. You know,
Right.
he got caught on camera. You know, really trying to slay her in the parking lot.
Stomping her out is what he's doing. In the lobby.
Yeah, you know.
Stomping her out.
Lost his mind.
Yeah, lost his
He
natural
lost his
mind.
Then gonna pass out in court when the judge
Like a
says,
little woman. He just,
He said, and just passed out.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm like, dude,
He was hard before that, though.
you got like a kidnap charge and an assault and battery charge. What you got?
You can't
3
pass
years.
out then.
You 18.
Right.
That's you can try it as an adult.
Right.
What was you thinking? You was gonna get spanked?
Right.
You then keep going. I don't understand. I
Yeah.
mean, these young cats gotta, find their mind. You can't just because of your position and you got a lot of people coming at you and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in certain arenas where you're kind of elevated, but you never above the law. I don't care.
Never.
You are never above the law,
You
and
know?
sooner or later, what's that song that Cass one did years ago? Love's gonna get you.
Yeah, sooner or later.
Yeah.
And it got that.
You fall in love
yeah.
with your clothes. You fall in love with your girl. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But sooner or
For real.
later,
It's gonna get you.
it's gonna get you.
And what it said was that he was upset because she didn't want to reconcile with him. She didn't want to come back with him, so that's
Yeah.
why he went off
His
like
nose
that.
was wide open. That's
Yeah,
all.
it was wide open because I'm like, dude, you 6'7", okay?
Yeah.
You in the top 100.
Yeah.
Right? You got college
About to
looking
get
at you.
paid.
You about to get paid. You
Yeah.
about to be taken care of. Plus, you
Yeah.
going to
He
college.
could have went showed out for 1 year.
1 year.
And been on the next level.
Right. And so I'm like, why you tripping over this girl? You know how many women are in college?
No, he don't
Yeah,
know.
he don't know.
He
He
must
don't
don't know. He must didn't
He
know.
don't know.
And you done jacked yourself up, you know?
don't know.
And I'm not saying he can't recover from this situation, but he losing a lot right here.
Oh,
Yeah, he
That's
losing a
3
lot.
years,
So
you
Yeah,
know?
3 years.
You better hold on to the memory of that snapper when you get lucky.
You know what I didn't understand though? I didn't understand that after
Did I say that?
he beat her down,
Yes, he did.
right? After he beat her down,
Right.
she still said that he wasn't a bad kid.
He went, I know.
I was like, wait a minute.
Somebody beat you down.
He stomped on her, man. They said the
Right.
video was unbelievable. I didn't see it, but they said it was unbelievable. Like this was a different person.
Yeah.
And then she coming there talking about he's a good girl. He's a good guy.
Wow.
I'm like,
I mean,
really?
she still had love for him. That was kind of that Rihanna. Chris
That's kind of
Brown
amazing
type
to me.
You know.
You know, Rihanna was lying on TV the other day too, though. But anyway, I mean, that's a whole nother story.
Wow,
but it was
man.
wild to me. But they say that he might end up getting ultimately 18 months. They said
Okay.
that they haven't sentenced him yet, so the judge is gonna rethink about it later.
Yeah,
So
I
it
mean,
might be-
once he's in
yeah,
there, but
yeah,
you know, she
yeah.
gonna let him marinate. He gonna
Oh, he
let
gonna
that
marinate. Oh
for a
yeah, he
second.
gonna marinate.
Because some people were saying too that the girl might have been threatened or coerced or something, and that's why she came in
Yeah,
there.
it might have been.
Oh, well, I don't think so though.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But somebody could have stepped to her with some dollars, some of this,
Yeah, that's
alumni.
true. That is true.
And been like, look, if you can recant your story, because we got this going on.
Right.
He's gonna take our program
Right.
to the next level.
Right.
Because
Right.
them
Right.
blue chippers, boy, they
Come
they
on.
can make some things
Because
happen.
I think
Right.
wasn't he like a junior going into his senior year? Was he, or was he already
I
out?
thought he was. Well, if
Was
he
he already
if
out?
I thought he was a senior.
I thought he said
if
something
if
about-
he was a junior. I think he was a junior when it happened.
When it happened, oh yeah, you're
But
right.
if he
you're
was,
right.
because
yeah.
if he was a junior
Man, that's
now,
crazy.
he's 18.
That's
There was
crazy.
something going on.
Yeah,
You
something
got that
wrong.
right.
Yeah, something wrong. Man, that's
But you know
crazy.
what? That ties us right into the topic for tonight. And our topic for tonight is life beyond the wall. We about to really get into something right here, all
Yeah.
right? Listen, a lot of people have walls up in their life, and they are aware of them. And some people don't realize the wall is even there.
Right.
You see, if you're not in the career field you desire to be in, or if you're not living in the type of home you desire, or you're not driving the type of car you want, you may be single and desire to be married, or you're married and wish you had a better relationship with your spouse. Whatever is stopping you from having what you want out of this life
Right.
can be a wall
Right.
that needs to be torn down.
Yeah, yeah. You see, the issue is many people allow their surroundings to dictate them who they are.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because you come up in the hood don't mean you the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everybody try to be a thug in the hood, but not everybody's a thug. Since the dude that fainted, he wasn't a real thug, was he? Because he was thug before that.
Yeah. He was a marshmallow.
But when that 3 years came, that took almost cleaned out his leg.
Yeah.
But you can't allow that to happen. You know, it's a mindset that you have.
Right.
You know, you can be whoever you want to be.
Right.
You can do whatever you want to do if you set your mind to it.
You set your mind.
See, the mind is a powerful thing, man. You can't waste your life. You have to get in your mind who you are and tell yourself continually, this is who I am.
Right.
You know, we need to focus on fulfilling our purpose in our lives, not what our surroundings and our friends and our cut buddies and all those people out there think we ought to be. You know, I think that's the most important.
Yeah, but it's a challenge for younger cats coming up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're dealing with that environment thing and that peer pressure.
Yeah.
You know, because you tend to succumb a little bit more to your surroundings and your environment. Because if you're not being taught, you don't understand. There's another way for you to come up and come out that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where you can move from the ghetto to Park Avenue and still be rocking a Brooks Brothers or something like that, or you got your Armani on or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you still got that in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the wrong person crosses you, can still get ghetto-ish.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But you don't have to project that.
Yeah, you
know
don't
what
have
I'm
to.
saying?
Right.
I think we got to get, definitely, I know we're going to go forward, but I think a lot of times, man, young people, if there's older cats around, grab some of them young cats, man. Because they may not be able to get out of the hood, but if you talk to them right,
you got to talk to
they
them.
mind a change about the hood.
Oh, yeah. Just plant a seed.
You see me? Throw something out there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So tonight, anyway, we want to dedicate this show to the men that down, who are trying to make a change for the better, trying to, get things right. Right. Because it ain't easy. You may be locked up physically, but, you don't have to be locked up mentally.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
You can be free in your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your spirit.
And many
emotionally.
Many of them are, man.
So anyway, that being said, we want to thank some of those guys that are on lockdown have been listening to us.
Yeah, they have been listening.
You know what I'm saying? If it's been changing your life, be spreading the word to some of your, fellow brethren on the inside.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to help change some things for them. You guys have shared with us each week, on how, the show is actually helping you guys stay positive, and we want to, know more about, the Jesus we talk about on the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wanted to give something back to you guys, kind of just help you stay motivated.
Yeah, and some of them have, made a commitment to the Jesus that we talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we want them to stay up.
Some of them just have made a commitment completely to change. Period.
Right, to change.
And that's what's hot.
Yeah.
And as we went into this things, I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at these statistics,
but we hope so.
I had to be honest. You're gonna start lying now, right? Okay.
I had to say that word slowly.
Oh,
because it's hard for me to say statistics.
Right.
So I had to say
brother, doctor, stay.
Statistics, right? I was alarmed. I was angry.
Yeah.
It scared me. I was like, you got to be kidding. To really sit down and look at the numbers of it. African American males are being imprisoned at an alarming and unprecedented rate.
Precedented nation.
I'm sorry. Cleveland Public Schools.
Right.
My bad. Out of 10.4 million black adult males in the United States population, nearly 1.5 million are in prisons or jails, with another 3.5 million or more on probation or parole, or who have previously been on probation or parole. Black males make up nearly 75% of the total prison population.
Wow,
that's scary.
Crazy.
Wow,
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
But you start over another word, we're gonna drill it.
And due to either present or past incarceration, is the most socially disenfranchised.
Disenfranchised.
I just
go ahead, boy. Go ahead.
Hey, get the cup.
You know what I'm saying? Disenfranchised group of American citizens in the country today. This is a fact right here. 7 out of 10 inmates on death row are African Americans.
Wow.
That's like that's scary, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, it
serious.
is. Yeah, it is. But I mean, the three problems I see is, irresponsible and negligent actions
Come on,
on
Chad.
the part of African Americans.
Yeah, he's played
But
that one.
both individually and collectively. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Past and present.
Right.
You know, such as, just the glamorization of, that OG lifestyle.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
big.
But whenever you're in it,
That's big.
and you coming up in it or whatever, that's what you see.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So once you get involved in that type of activity and things of that nature, it's glamorized because you see the cats that might be a little bit further up on the ladder,
Right.
doing well, living well, things of that
Right.
nature. But they ain't the hood soldiers that's on the ground, gang bang,
Getting
going
popped
through
at.
some
Yeah,
different
yeah,
things.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Life is short.
Right.
On a lower
For them.
level,
For them.
it's short. Whether you're getting taken out death,
Right.
Right.
or you getting locked up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And either way, you don't want that.
Right.
Because
No
for
doubt.
me, being locked up, you may as well kill me.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You get a certain amount of time, go ahead and
Right,
and
yeah.
take me out.
Take
I
me
ain't
out.
got time
Yeah.
to be up in here.
So you couldn't do 15 to
Yeah,
20 right
yeah,
now.
Yeah. I don't want Charlie looking like Charlene in about 4 years. And I'm sitting there like, well,
Let me holler at you.
yeah. I don't
You don't want that to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Just go ahead and take me before that happens.
That's why I try to be
You know.
good, man.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear.
Man, that's why I
I
try
can't
to
do
be
it,
good.
dog.
We
I'm
real
good.
scared of you there.
I'm good. I know. That's why I came out of that lifestyle, Bobby.
Yes. West Side Dwarfs.
Gangsta lean.
Gangsta lean. Yes, sir. I'm glad you came out of that life.
Go to your next point.
Tired of you battling the Smurfs about this piece.
He beat the blue Smurf.
Right. Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Running from that cat. What's that cat named? Azrael.
Azrael. That was you.
He was ducking and dodging.
Y'all do know he rough now.
I mean to tell you.
Yeah. What you mean to tell us? Never mind. Nothing.
That's all right. That's all right.
But the criminal justice system, that's been formulated and designed for the purpose of maintaining a highly visible and permanent criminal class.
Oh yeah. There's a whole class of black folks
Yeah.
in prison.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And then when they get out, guess what they do?
they go back in.
Yes, sir.
It's a day out of very short amount of time. I think if you're, you dying, less than 3 years, you're probably less apt to go back in, depending on what the crime was you committed.
Yeah.
But if you're in there 3 years or more,
it's
you
gonna
start to
be
be institutionalized.
Yeah.
It's gonna just be difficult,
Right.
for your mindset to change because there's no rehab
Yeah,
in
that's true.
when you locked up. They can say what they want, it's a rehabilitation process. You're not being rehabilitated when you're in a 6x9 cell.
Yes. Yes.
With another cat. All the push-ups in the world not gonna rehabilitate your mind.
Right. That's true.
Right.
Now you got some brothers that's gonna make that concerted effort.
Right.
Right.
To read some different books, put themselves around some different people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Find God.
Right.
Things of that nature,
Yeah.
that's going to help them. But if they don't have a support system when they come out,
Right.
and you did 10 years, the world has changed a lot.
Changed, man.
I mean, if you think 10 years back, just from the aspect of technology,
Cell
Right.
phone.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? 10,
Yeah.
10 years ago, we could steal some pages out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to say hello, you had to, type them different letters in. 43770.
Right.
That was as close to a text.
That's right.
As you was gonna get
That's right.
back then.
That's
Right.
right. And then they come out, and there's also a criminal class in prison. But guess what? There's a criminal class waiting on them when they get out.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They've been waiting on them. And then when they come back out, they right there for them to get back into the game.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of change since you've been gone, son.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We got something for you. We've been holding it down for you. And the next thing you know, you back
Back in.
in the game.
Yeah, they done put something to the side for you,
Yeah.
We built this together.
Right. Yeah.
Come back and get this. And it's a hard fight. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're coming out with nothing, really.
Yeah.
You're coming out with nothing, depending on that support system.
But it's going to be some people that you're going to kind of feel a little bit obligated to when you come
Sure.
out. They're going to feel obligated to you because you might have put in some work for them
Sure.
before you went in.
Sure, sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you still got to learn. You got to understand where your life is at that point and
Yeah.
make a choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Not to go back into those same circles and things.
Gotta
And
do it. Gotta do
racism has been accepted as an excuse, for acting outside of your character towards society and towards our people. You see political leadership that has found a way to, modernly re-enslave and neutralize a large portion of the African American male population through drug proliferation, poverty, miseducation, criminalization, incarceration, and the misuse
starting
of
to
the
sound
law
like Malcolm.
and criminal justice. By any means necessary, my brother. That's how we're gonna do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you see, this process is skillfully, hitting their agenda by utilizing, political correctness with, our people, black folks especially, to cater to these schemes. Like candy to a baby.
Right.
Sure is.
It's one thing that I was looking at, man. 1986, the AntiDrug Abuse Act that came out was passed during the media frenzy following the death of University of Maryland basketball star Lynn Bias. They established a mandatory minimum sentence of possession of specific amounts of cocaine. Right. However, it also established a 100-to-1 disparity between distribution of powder and crack cocaine. For example, distributing just 5 grams of crack carries a minimum 5-year federal prison sentence. While distributing 500 grams of powder cocaine carries the same sentence. Okay, and crack was basically in the low-income area, because in the hood. That's what crack was. And that's why it's like the amount of African-American men are so prevalent in prison now, because that was the thing. That's the thing.
But check this out. On that same note, how is it that the government, the powers that be, will make somebody do 5 years? I knew a cat that he got a kingpin charge, but he was really on the low level. I mean, he was really low. He might have had some grams on him or something like that, and they gave him a kingpin charge. He got 25 years. How was this white supremacist cat that killed 77 people got 10 to 21 years?
21 years.
Explain that to me.
Right.
And he in court smiling with his fist in the air talking about white power.
Racism.
Really?
Well, that's that political leadership.
Yeah.
The inequity of the prison system.
And it would be even worse. But you remember Obama when he first got into office, in that first 121 days, he passed that driving while black act. You know what I'm saying? Where they couldn't just continue to pull people over because it was a black man in a decent car or something like that, and then have the search, because you can say it's probable cause. Anything can be probable cause.
And you brought that up because in 2011 in New York, out of 685,000 stops, when the police pull you over, 600,005 of them, when they pulled them over, there was no ticket issue, no nothing. No arrest, no nothing. Just pulled them over, Now, of that 605,000 that was pulled over, 310,000 of them were black. That's over 53% just pulled over. 197,000 of them were Hispanic, and only 53,000 were actually white that were pulled over. And you talk about a racial profile. I don't care what. And God bless Obama. I appreciate him. But this is something, because of what's going on in America, is going to continue to happen.
It's in our system.
I mean, it's not an overnight
It's
change.
in our system.
It's not going to be overnight.
It's in our system, brother. It ain't changing.
And don't get me wrong. We need the po-po.
Yeah, you got to.
What I'm saying? We got to have the law around to regulate. But unfortunately, the ones that came before them, they learning, from the rookies learning from them, and it just starts to be a repetitive cycle.
Exactly.
And I think it almost gets ingrained.
See, I think this is the part, and I'm glad you brought up Obama, because I feel like he has started some things in motion that if we let it keep going, it can be solidified in the fabric of America.
So that's why we got to
get back in.
But we cannot let the other side of the community dictate the outcome of this election. You just cannot do that, because the 4 years he's had will be quickly forgotten in 2. Because I'm going to tell you something. Mitt Romney about to get in office, and his first 120 days,
they already predicting he was.
They already have done some things like close early voting.
Wow.
in certain communities where black people are at.
Right.
They have eliminated weekend voting in certain communities where black people are at. So the real deal is they are working overtime to get this man out of office because of what they see that he will potentially do with our nation in the future.
Right.
Because a president in his second 4 years does almost 50% more of what he did in his first 4 years.
Well,
You know why?
Because
he leaving.
See his plans through.
He leaving. When you leaving, you can get it in.
Right.
You can start some stuff that can't nobody undo.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just something that we got to understand about keeping our black folks from behind bars and
Right.
voting.
I just want to see
Gotta
Michelle
vote.
stay in office a little longer.
She need to stay around.
Yeah.
She need to do a little bit more time. She need to do about 4 more years.
Yeah, Michelle look like she been doing some squats.
You stupid.
Yeah.
Where do you see that part? You
My
just
love.
stop. We moving
Put it
on.
on
We moving on.
down.
Eric, take it away.
That crackers on the right.
Check it out.
Bust the move.
Shut up, Chad. Look at, we got a special guest on the show tonight. He's gonna talk about some things. I call him EJ. That's his name. He gonna tell you his last name because I can't even get it. I ain't gonna even try. I've been messing up already tonight. All right. He got a powerful story that he's gonna talk about. He was a correctional officer for several years. But had to get out of the line of work, and he's going to come and talk about those a couple of those things he had to deal with. He's going to give us some insight into what really goes on into the prison and the impact that it has on men that are locked up. Even the impact that it had over his own life. So I want to welcome for the first time to Off the Cuff. Give him a warm welcome,
EJ.
from us and from our listeners.
Yeah.
My man EJ. Let's give it up for him.
EJ. All right, man.
EJ.
Thank you.
Look a little bit like Idris Elvis, if that's his
No,
name,
I
young lady.
He dark as he is, that's for sure.
He's a little bit darker than I am.
Oh, no.
He actually
You
did.
real close.
Darker than I am.
But you a big brother, though, that's for sure. The joke came through the door. I think I had to kick him and then sit down somewhere. Hey. All right, I'm sorry. I digress.
Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about yourself, EJ.
All right. First and foremost, my name is Ikemefuna Ejimkonye. Well, the long and short of it, what
Hold
it
on,
means.
Hold on, wait.
You said he commit for education. What you saying?
What kind of name
You
is
see, that is how I make people actually learn how to spell my name.
Okay, all right, let's try it again.
Oh, you say education?
So I tell them, when I say my name first, I say Ejimunkonye, but then I tell them, pronounce it how you'd say Ejimuncation.
Okay.
Ejimunkonye.
Oh, okay.
Ejimakonia.
Exactly.
Oh, watch out now.
That's what I'm saying.
Ejimakonia.
I'm saying education.
Once you get that, the name
Ejimakonia.
flows
Okay.
a lot better.
Okay.
Now, what the first name means is, what my first name means is, may my strength never fail me.
Okay, all right.
And the second one basically means that I don't go around looking for trouble.
Okay.
But if you do come at me,
You go get something.
definitely.
It's gonna be
You say you ain't no easy win. That's what you say.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You don't look like you're an easy win either, brother.
All right.
Definitely. Well, actually, I was born in Boston.
Okay.
I was born in Boston. When I was 2 years old, I was sent back home to Nigeria. So I grew up there for 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, I came back when I was about 20 years of age, and I joined the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So,
Jarhead.
yes, sir. Hoorah.
Man, I didn't know you was a man. I almost liked you.
Hoorah.
You a jarhead.
Hoorah.
Man, hoorah, hoorah. That's all they said. Hoorah, hoorah. Sorry.
That's simplified.
Jarhead, simplified.
Yeah, so I was with them for about 4 years active,
Okay.
and then I gave them 4 years reserves.
You got kicked out.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
They actually wanted to keep me back, so
Okay.
I had to come out because I had to finish school.
Okay, gotcha.
I got out.
He had to finish his education.
Oh yes. Ejim Konye had to finish.
His
his
education.
There you go.
Definitely. So, with that being said, I joined the correctional department in Boston. That's Suffolk County Department of Corrections. Now, the correction department itself is stationed in an area known as Dorchester in Boston, and that is that is a
Rough spot. Yeah.
in Boston. So as you all were saying before, a majority of everybody in there is potentially
People of
Black folks.
black folks.
Okay.
So
You were saying you
I mean,
black?
no, I am black.
Yeah, you
I
are.
tell people I'm black. They actually that brings
They
me
don't
to
believe
this.
you black?
I tell them that they go, no, you're not black.
You're not black.
I tell them, so I ask them, so what am I? They go, you're African. I say, African black. I was born in Boston. How does that not make me black? They look at me.
That's black folks for you.
Exactly. So I'm going, I am
And it's the
black.
black
I
folks
am
that
I
say
am African American. I am from Africa and I was born in America. I am African
You for
American.
real African
So
American.
I am
Yeah.
all of that, regardless of how you want to classify that.
Right.
I am black.
Yes.
So when I tell them, especially in the jail, when I tell them that, they go, but you have an accent. I say, because I grew up where I picked up the accent.
Right.
If I hadn't gone back, I would have an
been
American
right.
accent.
Boston sound like-
I would
yeah.
have a Boston accent.
Be talking all
So,
fast and whatnot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So me joining them at first, I thought I would make a difference
In
per
the
se
system, huh?
in the system going in.
Then you realize you was part
Then-
of one of the largest gangs in America.
Right.
Definitely. I mean, I went in there and just seeing that number of black men in jail
Wow.
was it was a punch in the gut.
I bet.
It was a punch in the gut for one. Two, when I actually did get to talk to them, a majority of them, the words coming out of their mouth was something I couldn't believe. A majority of the thing they did was lay blames on, if it wasn't the white man,
Right.
it would be circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't on circumstances, it would be on pride.
Mm-hmm.
Or somebody backstabbed them.
Oh yeah. Somebody got it.
So I tell them, quit making excuses. Life is not about peaches and cream.
Yeah.
There's you have to have a struggle
Mm.
in life. So there are some points where you have to make
Peaches and
excuses.
cream, that made me
Yep.
think.
Stop
Is
it.
that-
We're moving forward.
I'm saying peaches.
Baby cream. Yes. Yes.
So
Dessert.
It's ice cream.
Yes.
ice cream, definitely.
See, he'll throw you way off, bro.
He did. So I told wow. Yeah, he threw me off
So
track.
you were talking about
Exactly.
the black man in prison.
Yes, I was talking about them. And then
You said life is not peaches and cream.
life is not it's not all about having everything paved for you.
That's
There
right.
will be obstacles in way.
Right.
It's how you get over those obstacles that actually define you
Good
as
talk.
a man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And then they go, but when we leave here, we don't have avenues of making it in life
Mm-hmm.
or doing it. I say, yes, you do have avenues of making it in life. It might not yield the result that you want right away,
Right.
but you have to take it step by step, and then you would definitely get to where you need to go.
Right.
If you feel it's not good for you, find something else on the right path
Yeah.
that will get you what you need. So
Let me break you for a second. What do you think or feel could be a solution, for some of these cats, whenever they're coming out, so that they could get something else going positive in their lives? Because you're not really learning that in most of the prisons in the federal system, because they're not teaching a lot of trades so they can come out, but yet society has it set up to where, once you've done some time, I've been convicted of at least a felony anyway, you're pretty much not going to get a job in this day and age. So it's like if you're not teaching them a trade or something where they can come out and work as an apprentice and work their way up or start their own business, what options do they have, besides going back into the same life that they were doing? Because somewhere or another, you still got to eat.
definitely.
And being men, especially black men, if you got a family,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, then you still have you got there's a lot of pride that's involved in that, as far as taking care of your own.
Definitely. Now, with those questions, actually, that really got me to the meat of what I need to say. Well, I can't say for other correctional facilities, but where I worked at, they did have trades for them. Some were actually taken to a auto body workshop where they could actually do work on cars.
Right.
Some were taken to some were shown woodworking on carpentry, construction kind of deal. But a majority of those that I talked to that were in it, ironworks machinery, a majority of them that went there, they were watched as a hawk. I mean, they weren't comfortable being in there because the very first group that were sent in there as a whole turned those skills towards making weapons
Right.
that they
That's
could
what
use
yeah.
in there.
Shanks.
So they tightened the security where they really weren't thought much,
Yeah.
of which the program ended up, rather than helping them out,
Right.
it ended up hurting them
Sure.
because they weren't
Sure.
able to actually unleash
Right.
that skill or the potential that they had in them. Now, for others, they would go in there and use it as a means of either getting in touch with, call it a homeboy in another block
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that comes in because they set up with we call this skywriting. They already know how to
Sign languages and all that
languages,
stuff,
how
yeah.
to know
Yeah.
where to get together. So
Your hand keep coming over here real far.
no, I am a very expressive talker.
You bigger than them. You ain't bigger than me. That's all I'm saying. You know, you're expressive. I was like,
this studio-
he was real close.
I don't think
to
this
my
studio
eye
can
a
handle
couple times. You know, I'm just saying. You know,
This studio can't handle
it's all
WO.
love up in here. But
Alright.
you know, if you accidentally hit me in my eye, it's gonna be some furniture moving up in this. Let me tell
You know what's
Definitely.
interesting, since you bring up that, I've seen cases, and I'm for sure I've heard about cases where the people that are chosen to work in those areas are people that have long bids, not people that potentially could be getting out soon.
Definitely. With that being said, it could have come from how would I put it, incentives of where with the bid you make, they try to make life, how would I say,
Easier for you.
but
Right.
Make the
making
time
that
go
life
a little faster, a little
definitely,
easier.
but to me, making that easier or a little bit easier is getting the person much more institutionalized.
Right, exactly.
Because that actually ties the person in there, and they now have a structure within
Sure.
the walls, inside the walls, that when they leave outside,
Mhm.
they feel naked without those walls. So it's more institutionalizing
Right.
them in there.
Right.
On the other hand, they don't give it to people who would go out early because, one, to them, they feel it's a waste of money because
Sure.
over there, they look at it in terms of fiscal budgets.
Yeah, sure, sure,
yeah.
sure.
The
So the longer I
productivity.
have you in here,
Yeah.
you can keep on making it for us,
The
so we make the
productivity.
money.
We make the money.
But if I give it to a cat that's going to be in here 6 months, a year,
Right.
then he bouncing.
Right.
He
I
going.
mean, one of the
That's
last
jacked up, man.
You see
statistics
what I mean?
that I was, aware of was, they were making like anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per inmate.
Sure. Sure.
A month or whatever. That's a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
a lot of change.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of change, and then the money, call it the chicken change,
Yeah.
You're
that
right. Yeah.
the
Did they pay them?
that they pay them.
Yeah.
It's when I look at it, I ask them, how do you live off of this? A majority of them that do get the canteens, they call it the canteens. That's the provision that you can have
That's commissary,
for
right?
commissary,
Commissary.
that you can
Yeah.
have that you can have for yourself. For the ones that really have a large amount of it, those are the ones that actually get money brought into them by
Family, whatever,
relatives,
right, right,
friends.
right.
For those who have nobody visiting them or who have nobody at all, they make next to nothing.
Wow.
They have to survive on
Sure.
on prison food,
Yeah.
or go hungry.
Yeah.
Prison
And then
food
in some
No.
it's not.
It's not.
Prison food's not good.
It's not. I have eaten prison food just to see
Wow.
how it is.
Not good.
It's not good.
Not good. So does the people? Did you see this while you was on the inside? Did you see the younger people being extorted, or being prostituted, for lack of a better word, by the older people because they didn't have commissary money or they didn't have what they needed in the system?
I mean, well, let me put it this way: older people, younger people. It's not an age. It's more about an status.
Okay.
It's more about an macho.
Mm-hmm.
How do you call it?
A hierarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's based on that. So you could see somebody who has come in. You see somebody who just came in from the street.
Right. Right.
He comes in, but because he knows a lot of
Connections on the
connections
outside,
in there,
inside.
he comes in. He automatically becomes one of the top dogs.
One of the lieutenants.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's not really about age or how long you've been.
Okay.
Then there are some that get respect for how long they've been. They don't run things, but they are just given the respect because they've been there for that long and they know what it is. And then on the other hand too, correctional officers at the most really don't run things. They run the bureaucratic
Yeah. They just
aspects.
run the schedule.
Run the system. Yeah, they just run the schedule and the system, and
Right.
they
Time to
they
eat, time to eat.
But when it comes to the nitty gritty of prison life,
Right.
they really do not run prison life because it's them that run it.
Is that when you sort of first realized that you couldn't change things?
That is when I first saw it because one is, even though I tried to change it, one, my accent was, should I call it
Was it a barrier
So
for
your
you
accent-
trying to?
No. It wasn't a barrier to me talking to them.
Okay.
It was a barrier as in they mentally pushed me away.
yeah.
Once they hear that.
Right.
Because you ain't no real brother.
Yes.
Yeah, you
exactly.
ain't no real brother. I mean, I know you
I'm
was
not
born in Boston and
Boston,
everything.
but-
I wouldn't even
but,
told him I was born in Boston. What you should have did.
You should have said
Well,
that I am a
well,
king.
I would've been like,
I
you
am
know
a
what?
chief.
Oh,
I am not from Zamunda. I have a spear. I will cut all of you up in this piece
You should have said that.
right now. For real, I would have. I came up in there with a straw and some darts.
Got you. That's what you should have done.
And not, hey,
and
You
that's
should have
the thing.
played it up, man.
I'm telling you,
No. I played some of it up as in when they fought, when they actually went into a fight. I played some of that up, and I noticed actually that got me more respect than me just talking.
Yes.
Because they, in prison, they really do respect feats of strength.
Right.
If they know you're strong, that is a respect, plain and simple. Once they see that, they give you your respect. Now, if you put the smarts to it, that gets you on an even higher level because they're the strong.
He trying to slide in.
but,
But respect that you're strong.
Exactly.
He did some push-ups too.
I did some push-ups just to show them that they can push me over. Exactly. So I had to do them push-ups.
We got a email question in the
We got
OT.
the OTC question.
Okay.
Most men want to be treated like a king,
Okay.
and that's what I try and do in my relationships, but why isn't this behavior being reciprocated by men? Why is it so hard for a man to treat a woman like the queen she is?
Woo!
And that's from Donna
From
in
DC.
DC. Thank you, Donna in DC.
I'm gonna let y'all start because I'm gonna just sit over here and mind my business. Because my first question was, how long has he been not treating you like a queen?
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently, you don't mind being not treated like a queen. Because if we go into it and you went in saying you're gonna treat me like this,
I thought you said you want us to go here because you was doing it.
no, that's not
I'm
what I was saying.
confused.
That's not what I was saying.
But you jumped right in.
Yeah, you know I can't hold my peace. You know I can't hold my peace. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand that. I don't
Buzzer or
understand.
something. You know, getting the
Okay, Bobby, you can go in.
Now, Bobby, now. Wait for the tag.
All
Wait for the tag.
right. You know, that's just my feeling about it. How long she been in that situation where he's not treating her that way?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you should treat that man like a king. Every man wants to be treated like a king. You know, king of his castle, or whatever. But
Nowadays, some men want to be treated like queens.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying.
Then they don't.
They do.
They don't need
That
to
ain't
be,
the question.
They don't need to be with a queen.
Well, if she ain't been treated like one, she might need to check and make sure he don't want the same treatment that she wants.
There you go.
That's all
Good
I'm saying.
point. Good point. Good point.
So-
Good point.
I want to be treated like a king,
Right.
and I'm treated like a queen.
Right.
Yeah.
You but she needs to define what that is for herself first.
Right.
As far as being treated like a queen,
Right.
and then if he's not doing that, you better let him know and express. These are my expectations.
Right.
This is what I want.
That's very good point. Let him know if he's not treating you like a queen. First of all, let him know I'm giving you all this. I'm pouring out to you, and I'm not receiving anything. You got to be open and honest with him. If you're not honest with him, then you're gonna explode because you're just holding that stuff in. But let him know, hey, why you never open the car door for me? Why when we walk in, you never open the door for me, before we go in? Why do I never get certain special treatment? Or I don't feel that, I'm the queen in your life, or that I'm the top, woman in your life. Why I never feel like that, And if he can't express that to you, if he can't tell you that, this is the reason why, or if he can't say something to you like, well, I never had a father, so I really don't have the home training. I really don't know how to do it. That's understandable. So he needs to learn how to do that. If he just says, I thought I was, maybe he's just ignorant of it and don't really know how to treat a woman.
And what if it's a dude though that's maybe he working 2, 3, 4 jobs, something like that, so he don't really have the time. By the time he gets to that woman who he wants to treat like a queen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in his thought process, he's caught up with, well, if I'm taking care of things financially,
right,
then that's me treating like queen. I don't really have the time or the energy to
Right.
do anything else. What you think with EJ?
But he might say he doesn't have the time or the energy. But if he is your boyfriend, or if he is your man, he definitely made the time to be your boyfriend. So
right.
he definitely has the time. He can make out the time to be your king.
Right.
And in order for him, in order for you to be treated as his queen, one, you have to see yourself as a queen. You don't have to go
Say
off
that
the-
one more time.
You have to see yourself as a queen. You have to treat yourself as a queen. And then you have to demand the respect a queen deserves. That is one. Two is...
He knows that because he comes from a tribe. I'm sorry, keep going.
Is that two is now if he gives you the spiel that he doesn't know how to be a king, or he believes that he has been a king to you before, you tell him this and that is where you are wrong, but I will be there as a queen to teach you, direct you on how
To treat me like
a queen. So you have to, don't just complain.
Exactly.
Complain and teach.
Exactly.
Complain, I mean,
Don't be above instruction.
Definitely.
Giving and taking.
Give and take
Male
it.
and female. Be open to it.
break down, tear down, and build up. If you complain, you tear it down. Building up is you teaching him how to treat you. So
And in the process of teaching,
In
you
the
got to
process of
encourage
teaching.
and acknowledge them
Right.
whenever they
Definitely.
do something positive.
Definitely.
If you want them to keep doing it, because
Definitely.
if you act like you ain't noticed, why is he going to continue to do it?
Right.
Or
And then-
she, as far as that goes.
and then if he remains obstinate to the point that
You ain't saying
have to-
obstinate, did you?
Yes, I said obstinate.
Oh.
If he remains,
That was that continued education. Amen.
if he remains obstinate, now you have to put your foot down because
kick rocks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I was about to
Get
say
that
too.
stepping.
Tell him
Yes.
to kick rocks.
Definitely.
He done.
definitely,
That's the way he wanted to be.
Definitely.
That was hot right there. I hope we answered your question, Donna from DC.
Yeah, Donna.
If you need some more, just hit the email. Hit the email again. All right.
Okay, fellas, let's dive back into this topic, figure out what we can do to help these young men not to go back to prison, offer some advice to the ones that are getting out. We cannot continue to stand by and do nothing and risk losing another generation of black men. In my ministry, I try to help many young men to avoid those negative outcomes.
Yeah.
I try to explain to them that even if they never were incarcerated, what the damage of a felony conviction or even a felony charge will do to their future. Their job prospects will be a lasting and difficult outcome if they ever have a conviction or have a felony charge. Many of them are not violent, not hardened or career criminals, just young men without a firm and guiding hand of a father who made some poor decisions or some stupid choices trying to make fast money.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something that we have to help these folks with.
And we got some solutions here. You know, they say reach one, teach one.
Teach one.
Yeah,
Teach
one,
You
right.
got to reach back.
You got to, and the only way to correct this situation is for the black fathers, the friends, the uncles, the leaders, the community leaders to invest in the children or someone else's child, and it starts at home. My mother used to tell me all the time, look, if I don't beat you, the police will.
And EJ will beat you. Let's not get into it. He already said he did push-ups.
She used to tell us that, you know, and that's why she put the rod on it. I remember my brother, we was talking about, you know, that drug thing a little earlier.
Right.
My brother, he first smoked a blunt, right? He first got one, came home, he laid in my mother's lap talking about, I see elephants or spots or whatever he was saying,
I don't know if that was just
I don't know what it was, but my mother was so mad, right?
Buddha.
She took him off his lap. She said, where did you get it from? She went over to the dude's house.
Oh, wow.
Practically broke the door down and was going at him for
What?
giving it to my mother. I told you she was sick something.
Yeah, your mama.
She didn't play.
You didn't get
She
none
was
of that.
happy about
Yeah,
it.
you
That was the last time he touched one. Nah, he don't even eat pork.
That y'all know of.
You know, so it's about solutions. It's things start at home.
Yeah, it starts at
You know,
home.
us as parents, you know,
Starts at
you
home.
got to be on your kids and you got to watch them.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
there's not a lot of parents that's at home right now.
right? You right about
But
that.
see-
So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be your child, because see,
Right.
you know, years ago, it was a concept which really came from, you know, Africa before y'all took us and brought us over here. Nobody asked to come over here anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying, to raise a child. So you know, nowadays, if somebody says something to somebody else's child who's acting out of a certain way, you want to go with that individual. Instead of saying, well, you were wrong. You shouldn't have been over there doing this or doing that. You know? But we as individuals, especially males, if we find a youngster or two, you know, even if we only spend a couple hours a week doing it, just to try and mentor them, guide them a certain way, you know what I'm saying, let them see how we live and by example, that in itself can change. You know, it's kind of paying it forward and just ask them, you know, even with what I do on a day-to-day basis, you know, some of the youngsters that I deal with, you know, once I look out for them, you know, their parents or mother might say, you know what, you're such a blessing and this, that, and another, you know, and I tell a little youngster out there, look, I need you to make one promise to me. You know, well, what's that? What you want me to promise to? I want you to promise that you're going to go and help somebody else. One of your friends, one of your buddies, or somebody younger than you, and give them some, you know, some guidance or some advice too. And if we don't tell them that, you got to pay it forward.
Right. And that's an important key. The key is to step into their lives soon after their fathers steps out, because that's a lot of times has happened. Their father leave, and we can step right in their life and sort of fill that void, you know, to help them. And another thing, you can't wait until they become 10 and 11 to try to discipline them. You can't do that, because that's
beat your kids.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that. It's got to start when they like, you know, really 3.
Yeah.
You know, terrible 2s. What? You know. 5 and 6.
I think I was 6 months. My daddy started beating me.
And you know what?
Had some issues.
You know, and
I forgive you though, Daddy.
if you look,
I was mad for a while though.
if you
Dad.
Chad.
What? I'm just trying to talk to my father.
He forgives you. He forgives you. All
He
right.
don't need to forgive me. I need to forgive him.
Listen, it starts. We
So
got
whatever issues y'all think I have is my daddy's fault. He was hitting me in my head very young.
and he got some too. But it start. You know, what
But it ain't dwarfism, Eric. So what was your issue? Because you just said your mom was 6'1". I don't know why you 4'11"
Hey,
with Tim's on.
we'll talk about that in another show. All right. But that
She
5
hit
and
Eric in the
6
top
year
of the
old.
head, stunning his growth.
Shut up, Chad. that 5 and 6 year old thing, and it starts really it starts really in kindergarten, and it's our school system that's sort of putting in these kids' mind that they can't really succeed.
Yeah.
If you really look at it, and it starts with a simple thing as a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall,
Right.
had a great fall, nobody can put it back together again. End of story. You know, no,
Right.
you can rise up again from your fall.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Little Miss Muffin sat on the Tuffin, right?
Exactly.
The spider scared her away, right? And she just ran away from her fears
You know a
and
lot
never
of nursery
returned.
rhymes.
I know a whole lot of
Them.
them. I know a whole lot of them.
You know,
I got a bag full of them.
there are
A whole bag full of nursery rhymes.
you know,
They
it's
taught him.
interesting.
They taught him that in that gang.
Yeah, in the West Side Dwarfs.
We coming to your house.
You know, it's interesting when you say that about raising boys. Here's an example of where I see the mismanagement of the psyche of a boy. A boy goes to the barbershop and he gets in a barber chair. And that little boy got a little thing for him to sit on, right? The boy starts crying. The mama comes over and tries to pacify the
Console
boy,
the boy, right.
while he's in the chair.
Right.
But guess who's cutting his hair? A man. So the man tries to tell the boy that he needs to, hey, all right, hey, listen, all right, be quiet now. All right, be quiet. The mama says, don't talk to my boy like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So the first time he get a chance to hear a man's voice speaking to his life, the woman, the mama, jumps in and says, don't talk to my boy like that. I'm going to get somebody else to cut my son's hair. You know what you just taught that boy? How to cry, whine, manipulate to get his way.
Get his way.
And you can't, and guess what? The prison system is not going to treat him that way.
Exactly.
You got that right.
Exactly.
That man from PG County, he ain't going to treat him that way.
and look at it from this perspective too. In that with that same scenario,
Yeah.
okay. Now if you jump in when this male voice is trying to say something to him when this kid is very young,
Yes.
you immediately diminished that authoritative figure, that male voice that he heard at that point in time. So now as he's growing up, he's not going to have that level of respect whenever he hears a man speak.
Exactly.
So now that parlays all the way over to disrespecting from a legal perspective.
Exactly.
Now you don't respect the law.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go out here and do what I want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't understand the psychological effects
Exactly.
of certain things that we
Exactly
do
right.
as it's going on.
Right.
What you think? E to the J.
With that being said, too,
EJ still
when-
5-0,
when
y'all. I want
the-
y'all
when
to know.
And
when,
strapped.
This
yeah.
about the third time I done came in and they got one time sitting beside me up in this piece.
With that being said, too, if the mom cuts the male figure trying to discipline the trying to discipline the kid, that shows the kid also that he can actually go over the head of the mom, especially when he finds out that the guy in actual fact wasn't able to say anything to the mom because of either legal issues or call it what you may. The boy's not seeing it from the legal part of issue. To him, the boy is just seeing that the guy said nothing to the mom, and that the mom, vouched for him. Now, with that discipline not being there when the boy gets to 10 years old, he takes it to another level. That brought me to this brings me to a call I went to. A mom called us in to help discipline her 12-year-old boy.
Wow.
Yes.
Call the police.
Called the police to help discipline her 12-year-old boy. When we got to the house, she was crying. So
She
I
killed
asked her.
him?
No.
Was it the single? Now, was it the single mother?
Single mother. Single mother. So I asked her, "Why are you crying?" She goes, "Because he threatened that he would beat her up to leave her alone."
Right.
All the time, the mom was trying to tell him something in our presence. He had his arms crossed. With a scowl on his face.
Just disrespectful.
So just disrespectful to the mom. So I went up to him, started talking. He looks up at me.
Wow.
From underneath.
Arms crossed.
The arms crossed.
Yeah.
So I tell him, "You better sit up when I talk to you." So when I use that voice, he sat up.
Right.
I said. So when he sat up, he stayed like that. I kept on talking. He brought down his head. I said, "No, look at me when I talk to you."
That's right.
So
That's
that
right.
when I say something, you get it.
That took us sound like an African, don't it? That took us sound like an African. Look at me when they talk to you. Go ahead.
So
he got me nervous.
He looked up. He looked up and he sat through the whole lecture that I gave him.
Yeah.
And then another point I brought to him was, "You're disrespecting your mom, right?" He nods yes. I say, "How would you feel if you were walking with your mom and I came from nowhere and started disrespecting your mom?" He said, "I would fight you." I said, "Exactly. You would fight me. So don't you think that you would fight yourself for disrespecting your mom.
Should have made him slap himself. Slap
So-
yourself right now.
So I said, don't you feel that you would fight yourself for disrespecting your mom?
Right.
She takes care of you, yes? He said yes. She feeds you on time. He said yes. Buys you clothes. Yep. She bought you the latest shoes, right? He goes yes.
Phone posits.
Everything. So I say, why are you disrespecting her? Because she didn't want me to. Is this your house? He goes, no. Who pays for it? Mom does.
Not paying not one bill.
Nothing. So I go,
You should have stolen.
as long
Right
as
there.
she pays for this,
That's right.
her
Check
words
that youngster
stand.
right
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't disrespect her anyhow. Now, when you're 18 and go get your own place, then you can do as you like. But as long as you're under your mom's roof, you
Right.
don't do that. If she calls me out here again for this,
It's gonna be some furniture.
oh
movers.
yes. So he stood. He was just sitting there looking at me. Are we clear? He goes, yes. I haven't heard anything from
Wow.
the mom.
Yeah.
Anything. Talked to her the other day. Say he was on his good behavior.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I go, don't let him walk over you.
That's right.
First
That's right.
and foremost.
That's right.
Now,
How
on
you
the other
talked to her
hand,
the other day, EJ?
not the.
That's what you said. I'm just asking a question.
He said,
No. We get calls in that area, so you basically interact with the same folks.
Oh,
Right.
With the same folks.
What's the mama
over and
look
over,
like,
so
EJ?
they know.
No,
that
keep it
I
moving.
can't. That I. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a
Yeah.
great point, EJ.
So-
that's a
That's
great
powerful.
point.
That's powerful.
Because I think that's what the issue in some cases is. That mothers are made and designed to protect
Right.
their children. You know, and that's what mothers do. They protect, they guard, and do all those
Definitely.
things.
But at a point, you start to enable these kids.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Go ahead, man.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
You
You
go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Because you know it
Hey.
starts to placate.
Yeah.
Somebody better say something because we running out of time.
Oh, we run out of time. Okay, I got you.
I'm gonna let Black Moses take us home. You know.
I done forgot what I was gonna
I'm gonna
say.
sermon off the mount. I'm gonna let him finish
Forgot
up.
what I was gonna say.
I'm just gonna sit here.
All right, moving on. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, take us somewhere, Eric.
There's a lot of solutions out there that you can do.
Yeah.
Get that child in church.
Yeah.
Get them a relationship with Christ.
Right.
That'll help them. EJ just talked about, as far as you being a single mother. I know it's hard for the single mothers trying to raise these brothers out here, but find a neighbor. Find an uncle, somebody who can help this child, so that he won't be one of those statistics out there. All right.
Email us the address. We'll come through like chef and take care.
Right. Shut up. Let them find some new friends, and in a different scenery and stuff like that. If you are in prison, I think we talked about it. EJ talked about it. Try to learn your trade.
Right.
Try to get your trade so that when you get out, you have something to do. We know society is tough out there. As far as hiring, ex-cons and
Right.
fellas, stuff like that.
Definitely.
But push, because I've known some. I used to be up in the ministry where the pastor spent just about time in every jail in this area right here, and
Right.
he came out. He learned a trade.
Exactly.
He learned a trade cleaning, redoing surfacing bathtubs. Came out, started his own business.
Yes.
And now he's a pastor of a church. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that it can't happen. You can do it. You can learn a trade and get out here. Not go back to an old lifestyle. If you got to change scenery.
Right.
If you got to somehow move,
Right.
find a long lost cousin somewhere
Yeah.
in Alaska to get out of your scenery or
Alaska,
something.
really, Alaska.
Someplace.
Alaska, really? Alaska.
Let's go ATL or
You can't
something.
say nothing else but Alaska. 75% of the black men locked up. And you're going to send all of them to Alaska.
I'm
With
just saying,
Eskimos.
6 months cold.
That's gonna be one of the most
Dark.
running around there.
No
And women
light.
skin so thick they can't feel you no way. That's where you want to send them in? For real? Because you the only one can fit in the igloo. That's where you want to send everybody?
Oh my God.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Also,
Okay, don't go to Alaska.
all right. Also, get with people who think positive.
Right.
Versus the same mindset that you had when you went in.
Yeah.
Get around some other people.
Yeah.
Look around. And I always tell people, you said go to church, but there are positive people everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
When you go to the barbershop, there's always positive folks in the barbershop. There's
At
some
least a
crazy
couple.
folks,
Yeah.
but there are some positive folks in the barbershop. And sometimes if you tell people that you want to get involved in some other things, then positive people will come to you. People will point you in the right direction. You know what I mean?
And one more thing, you may have a life sentence, but you can still help someone who's locked up with you. You know, God can still use you even in your current situation.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
I know
yes,
it's rough, but God can do it even in that particular situation. You know what I'm saying?
And whatever you're doing, if you locked up, even if you're not getting out, I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, because you know it does to the individual that's in there.
It does.
But you can still be progressive. Go ahead and get your GED while you're in there. You'd be amazed what accomplishing something would do for your mental psyche. You know, while you're in there, and at least for those of you that might be coming out, go ahead and get your GED as well. You know, whether you're learning a trade or not, have something that you will build, that you can build upon once you come out. Because if you don't at least have that, you don't have anything.
That's key, right?
And don't believe all the little online, you know, GED programs and stuff like that, because there's a lot of them that you can go and take a test in 15 minutes and then they send you a diploma.
It
doesn't work. It doesn't work that way, because the minute that employer does a little background check, it's like put on an unacceptable proof of graduation list. Or whatever. So everybody knows it. So you can't just go.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
You got your GED? I'm sorry. I
don't have nothing.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what time it is.
I got a pistol.
Yeah. I know you do. EJ got one too.
EJ sitting over here with me,
strapped.
I don't know what y'all gonna do.
Well, you know what time it is, man. It's contest time. So before we choose our winner for the week, Eric's gonna tell us about a new contest. So go ahead, Eric. Tell the new listeners.
Check it out. Well, we got a new contest in place it's been started, and this contest is hot, so listen up. First of all, you must be a follower of the show to qualify for this contest. That means you must register on the Spreaker website with your email address. Type in Off the Cuff in the search box and click on the follower button. That will make you a follower of the show and make you eligible for all the contests. The website address for the Spreaker is www.spreaker.com.
Say it one more time.
www.spreaker.com. All right. Another option.
If you trim that mustache up, you can see.
Another option you have to become a follower is to download the Spreaker app to the cell phone.
Hair dripping all down his lip.
By searching for the Spreaker app in the Android market. Don't say something else. Now, we will choose a winner each week for the next 9 months to qualify for the monthly drawing. And at the end of each month, all the weekly winners will be put in a drawing to win a $50 Visa gift card. If we call your name as a winner of the monthly drawing, you have a week from the day we call your name to respond and claim the prize. If we don't hear from you in a week's time frame,
we spend your money.
We spending your money. You ain't getting nothing, all right? You will forfeit your prize. But you'll still be eligible now for the grand prize. Now, I know you want to know what the grand prize is, so my man, little Chad here is going to tell you what the big prize is, because he's got a prison shirt right now. Don't he?
Think about it, all right? Now, every 3 months, all of the Visa card winners will be put into a drawing to have the opportunity to be a host on our show. You know, to be a guest host on the show with us, you know. So, yes, you do get to come on the show with the men of Off the Cuff. Now, look, you know how we roll, and we always keep it 100. So if you've chosen to be a guest host, be ready to keep it off the cuff when you come on the show. You know, our first winner will be chosen the first Sunday in November. So make sure that you get registered so you can be part of what we do up close and personal. Now, the past winners from the last contest that claim their prizes or whatever will also be included, you know, as in the drawing for the guest host. So we're not going to leave y'all out, because we appreciate you. You know, now everyone else that's going to be part of the guest host or the drawing or whatever on Off the Cuff, you know, y'all just stay tuned, get registered, become followers. That's what's going to be important moving forward.
All right.
That's right.
So Bobby's going to tell us who this winner is right here.
Yeah, the winner today is Angela Singleton Carter.
Angela Singleton Carter.
That's it. Angela Carter.
Angela Carter.
No relation to Lil Wayne and Carter 4.
No relation.
So make sure you hit us up, Angela.
All right, hit us up, Angela.
All right,
talk to us.
Now, before we get out of here, we do have a hot track that we want to leave with you. When you feel like the walls are closing in on you, and you're feeling down and alone, this track can serve as some type of motivation for you. The track is entitled "Tear It Down," and it's available on net at iTunes, and you can also get it on CD Baby and Amazon. So we about to play that thing in a minute.
Are
we
you
like
thirsty
to thank,
or something? 'Cause you
yeah,
can't talk to
I
me.
am thirsty, and
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to other stuff.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank EJ.
EJ,
my man,
appreciate
coming
you,
on.
man.
Thank Education for
It's an
coming
honor.
out and
It was an
educating.
honor.
PG's finest. Yeah, he was deep though, wasn't he? Had some good
was
stuff.
good, he was good, he was
Appreciate
good.
him for coming out. Thanks, EJ.
And with that said, it's time for us to get out of here, man.
Right.
See you back here next week.
Hey, same time, same place.
Well, we keeps it real.
Yeah.
God loves it.
Uh-huh.
We out.
We out.
All right, peace.
That EJ is crazy. Well, you a big-
Chris Cersei and Deliveroo Show. Whoa. And the walls come tumbling down, down, down. Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah. It's off the cuff, 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 yeah. It's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, yeah.
This is God ordained. Get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention, and it's God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this faultless. Who that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor made.
Off the cuff,